Yo, how's it going? So Onetap v4 has just been released, as you can see here. I'm just going to be showing you guys my legit configs and semi-rage configs. I'm not comfortable with giving you guys a HVH config. I'm not good at configuring for HVH, but I assure you, as soon as there's a decent HVH config, I'll release one in my Discord server. But I don't feel comfortable making a video and including that in there. So yeah, let's get into this. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, configs for Onetap are now actually cloud-based. So what you're going to do to load up a config is go top right. You're going to go down to where it says configs. Then you're going to see top right here, it says options. Right, click on that, import configs. Going to name the config, and then from my mega file, you're going to want to download it. And then copy this string of text. And then paste it into the config data, give it a name, and then you should be all set up to go. So once you get into the cheat, you're just going to want to click on your name, come over here to configuration, reload all configs, and the configs that you imported should be here. You're just going to want to do that for every single config here. Alright, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what each config is, and that's about it for this video. I've actually got skins set up for every single one of these configs. They've all got their own set of skins, so you won't get bored of them. I just tried to make it as interesting as possible. So for the kind of legit config, if you go over to here to legit tab, I've got aimbot on mouse 1, trigger bot on alt, and anti-aim on right arrow key. If you don't want the anti-aim, you just go down to anti-aim and click disabled. Don't put extended angle on, because I'm pretty sure that should flicker. I've not tested it yet, but I'm pretty sure the normal anti-aim doesn't flicker because I've not been called out for it yet. Aimbot, I just have a general 0.9 with 10 smoothing, priority head, all hitboxes. For the AWP, I've got all hitboxes apart from pelvis and prioritized body. For the scout, gonna choose head only, priority closest, shouldn't really matter. FOV of 1, 10 smoothing. These aimbot settings actually work out fine for the deagle, everything like that. It doesn't look too obvious at all. The only thing I will point out is for enemies further away, the cheat often does that. I'm not sure why. I think it's an issue with the aimbot, because without the aimbot I've not seen it do that. I thought it was RCS to do with, but it's actually not. So for RCS I've got 25% as standalone. I've took it off for the AWP and the scout, obviously, because you don't want it. Trigger bot, we've got that enabled, hit chance of 85%, minimum damage of 35. This is just make it easier for you so you don't have to manual every single time. You're mainly going to be using the trigger bot for the AWP and the scout, so I've enabled it, hit chance of 72. For the AWP I've got a min damage of 84. For the scout we've got no min damage but a hit chance of 78. Anti-aim, I've already gone over this. You can change the keybinds for all of this in the general tab. Fate lag I've got disabled. So in the visuals tab, if you want to change it up at all, you can. I currently don't have XQZ, aka wall hacks. If you want to turn that on, go to the chams tab, come here, go down to hidden and hidden material override, and I've changed it so it'll be purple. You can enable, change this, do whatever you want with it. I've got ragdoll chams. That just means when someone dies, their body falls on the ground, it's still going to have the chams on it. It's pretty cool. For myself, as you can see, the black is your real angle, so this is what you're going to want to hide, and the white is your fake angle. This is what people can shoot and you won't take any damage on. If you want to change that, just go to your desync chams and you can change it here, and you can change your visible here. In the world tab, I've got night mode on 0.2, skybox of night purple. A bomb, got the timer and it's glow, so it will glow on the floor and it will give you a timer on the top of your screen. Grenades, it's going to show the radius of your fire. It's going to give you a timer of how long it's got left, and it's going to glow when the Molotov's being thrown. Hostage circle. And weapons, it's just going to show you here. It's going to give you a bar of how much ammo's in it, because you don't want to be picking up a weapon and then end up having no bullets and dying because of it. Extra on this config, we've got radar reveal. I'm using this instead of wall hacks because it's more blatant without aiming at people through the walls, etc. We've got footstep chams. It just looks cool in my opinion, and it can give you a little bit of extra details when you're trying to find someone. Force crosshair, AWP, scalp, all snipers. It's just going to go ahead and give you this crosshair in the middle of your screen whilst you have an AWP. No removals, they're too blatant. Disable post-processing, disable fog, disable blood splatter. Don't really need blood splatter. I mean, if you like to use it for info, you can turn it on, but I personally don't want it on. MISC, 95 FOV, 150 third person distance. You can change this all you want. Disable third person with grenades. So this is just going to make it so if you're in third person and then you pull out a grenade, it's going to force you to go into first person mode. Flip knife hand. This is what I get most complaints about. So if you want to turn that off, just go to MISC, the eye, and flip knife hand. Just turn that off and it will put it back in your right hand. View model FOV and X offset. I've changed this a little bit. I mean, I like how it looks. The Y offset as well. But yeah, this will all be set in the description. Got the watermark on, you can turn that off if you want. We've got show keybind states and show spectators. Spectators, so you know when you can go a little bit more obvious, etc. Show keybind states is going to tell you when you're using aimbot, when you're trigger botting, etc, etc. Server region, you can change this so you can get better ping. Some of these servers, I don't know if they've changed it yet, but some of them actually don't exist, so I don't know why they have them on there. Auto matchmaking accept, as soon as accept comes up, it's gonna click on it as if you were there. But yeah, it's just pretty helpful. Reveal matchmaking ranks, pretty self-explanatory. Bypass inventory lock, so if you want to access your inventory and then load out, change to a USB to a P2K mid game, you can do that. No clan tag changer, it's too obvious. Buybot, none of course. I've got none of this stuff on apart from a hit sound. You can turn this off if you find it annoying. Movement, I've got auto bunny hop with no auto strafe. Edge jump on mouse 3 I believe. Fast crouch, fast stop. Fast stop, for those of you that don't know, just makes it so as soon as you stop pressing A, you pretty much just instantly stop without having to counter strafe. Skins, I've got all of this set up for you. If you don't like them, I don't know, you're just gonna have to put up with it. To change the keybinds, you've got edge jump on mouse 3, third person on V. That should be it for this config. Let's go through another one. So for this config, I went for more of like a neon type of skins config, but yeah, I personally like it. Here are the alt trigger bot. We actually have no aimbot on this one because the aimbot is a bit too obvious in Onetap. This is the kind of config I'd use on a prime account. We've got RCS 25%, just make you look like a better player. Backtracking, we've got disabled, no anti-aim, no fate lag. It's pretty much all just visuals. Got no ESP, just normal chams. You can turn hidden on if you want, but I find it too obvious. You can change the color for that. We'll make sure you do if you're using it. We should have footstep ESP, but we've just got general stuff that helps. 0.25 night mode, make the blue stand out a bit more. Night box on dark purple. No full bright, nothing like that. Bomb text as always. Grenades, just same as last config. Visible only ESP, footstep ESP, so we're using this instead of radar, but if you really want to go a little bit more blatant, you can use radar, but I'm not using it on this config. Instead, I'm using footstep ESP. So if someone does footsteps, I'm just going to use the footstep ESP instead of radar or walls. Force crosshair with snipers, no removals, disabled these as always. And then it's to the MISC. I've got the same FOV and stuff like that as in the other configs. I personally like how it looks. If you don't, then you can change it. Disable third person with grenades as always. Watermark is on, you can turn that off if you want. Show keybind states, show if you're trigger botting, etc. Show spectators is just going to show when you can go a little bit more obvious, etc, etc. Server region, change it so you can get better ping. Auto match accept, reveal matchmaking ranks, and bypass inventory lock, same as always. Movement, edge jump, make you look like a better player. Don't turn any of these on. I don't have auto bunny hop on, but you can turn it on if you want. I just feel like I always accidentally do one too many B hops, and you can get Overwatch because of that. Skins, if you don't like them, don't use the config. Edge jump, mass 3, third person V. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this config. Let's go on to the semi-rage. So for the semi-rage config, we've actually just got the legit tab set up a little bit. Mouse 1 aimbot, trigger button alt, the AA on X. If you want to change these, by the way, you can just right click on it and change it to whether you want it on hold, toggle, or always. I recommend keeping it on, well, it's personal preference, to be honest. But yeah, I've got the legit tab set up a little bit, but it's more the rage tab that you should be interested in. So for the ragebot tab, we've actually got this enabled with silent aim on. Ragebot is activated on E. So if you know one person in particular is cheating, you can just peek them, hold E, and they're pretty much guaranteed to be dead. I'm not sure how the resolver works in this. I'm pretty sure it's always on, which is pretty stupid, but with AWPs and stuff like that, it's guaranteed to hit body. If someone's cheating, just use a HVH config. All the rest, pretty self-explanatory. Here are the keybinds. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.